All right, let's party. Wow. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. How you doing, 14 on the YouTube side? And on the Twitch side, how you doing, Matthew? Congratulations on your first. How you doing, Moss? How you doing, Shadow? How you doing, Steve? How you doing, Nobody? Yeah, you'll notice that the next three songs are all Teto based. I fell into a Teto hole today, and I'm just gonna keep at it. How you doing, Ayosh? How you doing, Roban? It's okay. You just gotta get a bunch more of the daily numbers, and you'll be fine. Like Horror Loving's got exactly. Nice. I am in Teto territory. I actually do think Teto is probably my favorite Vocaloid. Sorry, V-Synth, my bad. I keep using the other, like, she's probably my favorite. Just like the song choices have been good. I really like her voice. It's been good, and I basically eat good forever now and stuff. Don't deal with Teto hole, indeed. But yeah, so today, I want you guys to see a miraculous transformation that has happened. Let's move this fucking glue over here. Yeah, exactly 14. I've been excited too. So yeah, so you'll notice same model. I did it. I had to go to Home Depot and buy like really strong acetone for this motherfucker, but I made it work. I did it. How you doing, Dukin? How you doing, Bonnie? How you doing? So yeah, I have freed the beast from whatever paint job that used to be. Oh yeah, you're actually like almost halfway there, so you're getting there for sure. So yeah, it is now time to paint the lad, and I was actually thinking for this. See, just how big will zoom me? Oh, actually, that's pretty good. There we go. This will be fine. Yeah, the big thing was I lost a bunch of glue. Like there was just some like hideous thick glue on there. How you doing, Moira? How you doing? I'm sorry you died yesterday because I goofed. I goofed real bad on how revives work. So that was my B. This is so expensive toxic. I forgot I put that on the screen. Let me remove that. Yeah, I revived you, and then like one of those energy guys came in and just finished you off. I do feel bad, genuinely. Yeah. There's definitely like the thing that like there's a lot of the reason you don't see a lot of like hideous thin your paint abominations is because like acrylic paints are so much easier to get now, and we just have like a wealth of information on how to paint properly. So you're not really going to ever see like this level, but like this was some like they clearly used Gorilla Glue to glue shit together. They straight up just like they forgot to clip like the little like so. The way molds typically will have like little connector points on like the feet and like the bottom of here, or like, you know, where like the metal leaks in and fills out the mold. They forgot to clip those. They just painted over them. But it is time to fix the lad. And I actually thought it would be fun to keep the original color scheme like as close as I can. So it's going to be like blue robe, kind of like red, orange, kind of like scales and whatnot. So that's going to be neat. So we're going to go for that. Yeah, it does add character, but like when you leave it on, I don't know. I don't know if I can agree with that necessarily. But yeah, it's been... Today was partially getting this guy, like, I basically was, like, fanatically just trying to just, like, I was in a frenzy trying to scrape this guy. Because, like, even with the acetone, the paint was, like, not quite there. So I had to, like, not only did I have to acetone bath, I had to take some, really sharp tweezers and just kind of, like, I had, like, a pair of tweezers that just managed to get, like, a really pointy metal spikes on the end. And I just used those just to violently scrape him. How you doing, Top Out? How you doing? Yeah, the lizard horse do be real. Like I said, I think it'd be fun. It'll be fun to keep a very similar scheme and just kind of see how that can look out. Oh, like on sprue? I know some people actually do that. They do, they do it as like little display pieces. Like they'll actually take an entire sprue for like a Space Marine. They will prime the sprue like a gray. They will paint it, and they'll just like put that in like a picture frame. I, in theory, could. Recently, I believe, Turnip Max released. They basically did like a joke, like this is the oldest Turnip 1999 model, no, 1996 model that is now available for you, and you can resin print a turnip model that includes sprues as like a bit. That would be a fun one to do, just to have like a little framed turnip lad in my house. I would be relatively okay with that, but like I don't know about using an official model. CT's gonna kind of would, yeah. Yeah, there's don't worry, that's not back in the day. That's not back in the day. That still exists. I saw a guy do that at a shop like maybe a month ago. That's still wait. They're bringing back Extreme Carnivian? I saw they did fucking like an extreme version of like a newer Jack, and I was like, "Ooh, that's cool." Oh god, the new War Machine 3D prints I'm gonna be eating good. I do, Rosario. Yeah, I would like to stream a little earlier on Sundays. I would need to basically leave a D&D group to make that happen, and I don't know. Like, I've been kind of checked out of that group for a while anyway, so like it might not even be bad necessarily. How you doing, Trip? How you doing? Welcome. Oh, that would be actually nice for Anchor. I would just like I know I always wanted an Extreme Carnivian, but like they were always like $70, and I was like, no, that's too much. That's a bit much. That's a bit much. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the frame diorama, I would like to do some. What I was thinking about doing at some point. I don't know when, because dear Lord, my schedule is infinite pain. What I would like to do is I would like to actually do like a little side diorama. Like basically have like a little diorama thing that I could just put on like the left side of my screen. Like you guys kind of know, like I don't use an overlay, but I kind of like unofficially build one over the course of my stream. I would love to make like a little like turn up like terrain piece or something like that. That would just be like that could just be cropped off as a little diorama that I could just put like images on. I think I was inspired by Jack King Spooner does those like funky claymation games I like, and he does a lot of like I like, you know, I have to build the UI elements out of clay because I'm doing like a clay game, and I was like, wait a minute, I could do that. Like, I'm always a little jelly because for like people who do like more traditional like digital art as VTubers, their skill set can like carry over a lot easier than mine can. So I was like, wait, I could do something like that. I could use that to bridge the gap. Yeah, I would still be okay. The Extreme Carnivian was a pretty bitchin' sculpt. I would be okay for that. Oh god, yeah. What army are you painting that it's only 60? That doesn't even feel that crazy. And I don't mean that as like a bad thing, as I mean like I feel like that could have been way worse. So you got like lucky that you only had to paint 60. What are you doing? I think you can actually do like Chaos Warriors like relatively elite. I don't know. My World War knowledge is not super big. How you doing, Meister Miller? How you doing? I'm doing good. I have spent today working on the Sword World session for Tuesday. I need for. I think I muted the ads already. I don't have a promo image yet because I'm waiting for some of the other players to get me PNGs. On Tuesday, instead of doing mini painting, I will be doing a Sword World one-shot. So it's been, I have not ran a game this entire year, and like last year I took forever to run another game too. So this is, as I was putting today's session, like the Tuesday session together, I was like, oh wait, no, I'm feeling my groove back. I forgot how much I like this. Turn a stream. Yeah, that would be great actually. The thing is like, so there was like the big turn up event for doing like a bit like a siege engine, and it's June now. I just totally got wrapped up in my own shit that I have no time to finish that. I have not even started. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but like I could do something like that to kind of redirect the energies that would have went to that. This doesn't happen whenever there's like a big thing with like a deadline. I tend to miss it because I get wrapped up in shit. Yeah, those slumps are the fucking worst. Yeah, they did they did a big siege engine one that I've been really slow on doing. So yeah. I think, hold on. I think it still might be like, I think it's like maybe mid-June. I just don't realistically have time for it. Check the Turnip Patreon. I think there should be a public post about it. Or if not, the Discord has something like that. How you doing, Salamander Beast? I'm doing good. I'm painting my first Gorkamorka mini that I have rescued. If you see the guy over there, that's him. I did the big strip. I did a Titanic strip. I think this is So from what I understand, and my Gorkamorka knowledge is really, really weak, but basically the idea is that like an Imperial ship crash landed on a planet with a bunch of orcs, and the orcs fucked up their ability to actually leave the planet. So it's like orcs fighting orcs, and then like a grot rebellion is going on. Then there's a bunch of humans that are like emulating the orcs, like the diggers. And then you have muties that are sort of like the most regular pure strain humans, but they've been so not chaos, but they've basically been so mutated that they're like functionally like weird scaly desert raider guys. The big strip. Hey, oi. But yeah, that's so this could just be a native of the planet or not. Feed bone build for a week. Oh god, oh that's how I don't know exactly what goes on for fibromyalgia. I know it's like one of those diseases or conditions where you feel just like shit for a while. So if you do make the attempt, I wish you infinite energy to get that done. There's also there's like a couple of like weird lines that like I used metal files and I thought I scraped them and apparently I did not. I have not dealt with metal like this in a hot fucking minute. I could just use this brush. That would have been a little better. Yeah, that sounds rough. Like Bretonians are. Oh, there we go. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so that doesn't sound too bad then. That doesn't sound too bad. Well, I'm hopefully. Is this like a money thing or just for funds? But either way, I'm best of luck on that project, or like enjoy your time to chill on that. Yeah, from what I understand, there is still like in the same way that like Mordheim has a group of people that like maintain like a living rulebook for it. I think Gorkamorka does too, but it just never really took off to the same degree. I don't know if it's the fact that there was like no chaos or like it's like a 40 like a weird Mad Max thing that's like very orc vehicle based and maybe like a lot of people were not jazzed for that. I don't really know exactly why it never got as big, but everything I read about it seems neat. I'd be willing to believe that the system was shit, but like the concept seems cool. I think you could do a full Mutie warband with like 5 models, but like if I want to use official ones, each one will be like $60, which so I don't think I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I think conceptually, I mean, there's been so many G-dubs games over the years that just like, you know, had their fans but just never really took off. Yeah, like I wonder if they just like figured out it wasn't profitable enough, or if they just like didn't have the effort and just quietly let it die. I don't know. But I picked up somebody at my local like secondhand bookstore dropped off a shitload of white dwarves. So it's actually been kind of fun. Like there's like I need to fully read through it, but there's an article where like they're doing like a battle report for it. That's very, very neat. Gotta like grab it in like the right area. There, fuck, there we go. There we got the ad. There we got the ad. Oh, that's what you do. I mean, that's still a good way to get practice in, honestly. Like that's like, you know, like if you're having fun and like that, like that's kind of like one of those like everyone wins scenarios for sure. Sip. Oh, how you doing? How you doing? You long username. How you doing? Yeah, I've been seeing people start up Night Rain. It seems neat, but the fact that I never actually completed regular Elden Ring, like I didn't even start on the DLC. I just never beat base Elden Ring because of serial game dropping disease. So like I was like, oh, Night Rain seems cool, but I don't think I'll ever pick it up. I imagine if like people who are like thirsty for more Elden Ring, it's probably really fucking bitchin'. Probably really fucking rad. So yeah, hopefully that annoying boss, you can stomp it directly in the whatever. I know there's like a really cool moth. I know there's a really bitchin' moth, and I really like moth enemies and things. Moths are cool. Yeah, there's probably like a couple of good videos that would like describe exactly what went down on it, but yeah. I'd be curious to look at that though. That would be neat. I'm planning on just like layering this bright red at first, maybe like a layer or two, and then do like a bit of the orange on top of it. Vtubers. There's 1, I know Cliff. Cliff is the only moth lad VTuber I know. It's possible that more exist. That's the funny thing about VTubers is there's infinite. Like basically every type of permutation more or less exists to some degree. Like some might not be might be way more niche than others. Like if you're like, oh boy, I wish there was a VTuber that was like a succubus cat girl, you're gonna find some hits. But once you get a little out of that, it's progressively more and more niche. I know, Caligula. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, is everything all right since you're in the hospital? But hey, let's go. Lord tumors are really nice, and I was wrapping up my Knights of. I hit the thing when I was doing when I was working on stuff today. I hit that level of procrastination where I was actively like, what's it called? I was procrastinating so hard on some things over the weekend that I worked on other things. It's just that like very weird like procrastination vortex thing. I did eventually get everything done though. This is probably the most prepped I've been for a game stream. Because I used to basically like get like a little bit of stuff during the week, but then the day of I would just crunch. The Foundry doesn't really let me do that anymore. I can't really crunch on like last day crunch on Foundry because I've used Foundry a couple times now, but I'm still not fully used to it. So I don't want to get like too up in the sauce in here a week. Well, hopefully you're able to get out soon. So hell yeah. His work vehicles. Oh, let's go. I kind of wonder if you could just do I almost wonder if Gorkamorka would make more sense now just to use Gaslands. Like you just use Gaslands and just kind of like build towards that. Because I think you could run horses and Gaslands now. I think that's a thing. Guys, he's got funky socks. It did not need that color. Yeah, there's a like work in progress model section in the Discord. That would be the best place to do it so people see the types of VTubers. I mean, to be fair, it's a very fun topic. Like I don't know, I find the infinite permutations of VTubers fascinating, and so I bring it up a lot. ShareZone works too. There is the like work in progress models are generally better because other people like mostly if you want like advice and stuff, you can help for that. Able to disembark your orcs and fight. Oh, okay. Gaslands combined with, yeah, I don't know. How you doing, Puppet? Hey, let's go. I like it when people work on their shit when I'm working on shit. How you doing? There's actually like also like a reasonably he's got details, but it's actually like not like a stupid complex one. I can actually I don't think I'll get them done tonight by any means, but like should get like a decent bit of this. Scrap racing, so Gorka. Was there actually like a Mad Max game at the time though that might have like detracted? I mean, I believe it. I would believe it. But yeah, there's also been like a couple. There's like Steve Jackson's Car Wars was a thing. The blue is done, and on to the next color. Hey, let's go. And then you do the ochre. Yeah, I know there's been a couple of vehicular like car games over the years. Oh, like there we go. I'm trying to recreate the lad as much as possible. So far, it's going pretty good. Do I want him to have the same color little booties? Oh, he's got. Yeah, what the fuck has he got going on with his feet? He's got some foot stuff going on. Yeah, I have not. I was very lucky to play even like a little bit of Gaslands for a while. It's like it was like very early on in my group we were kind of like, oh yeah, it's Gaslands time, yippee, and then that kind of died out once we started switching more to Turnip and then eventually Trench Crusade. Now we just kind of bounce back and forth between those two. But it was fun when it lasted, but we never got far enough to actually like we were definitely in the stage of just doing like games with the demo stuff, effectively like without using like the team rules. So you're just using like vanilla cars and their upgrades. which is a bummer because some of those specialty cars seem really, really fun. Maybe sometime in the future. So I'm gonna layer another layer of red on this motherfucker. Gonna paint this a little bit orange, and then I want the scales to also be a bit brighter too. A brighter orange. Oh, wait. Yeah, Apocalypse World seems neat. I don't know. That's another one of those systems I have, and probably someday I would like to run. It's not the biggest priority right now. After Sword World, I want to get another Lancer going, and then from there, I don't know. I gotta run at least one Necronica at some point this year, or else I explode. My VTubing career is a lich that's powered by me running Necronica at least once. I gotta run it at least once. And then I can so I can sustain my foul, unholy life. It's kind of a knob. Oh, that's unfortunate. How do you like Gaslands and also be like a douchebag? I don't understand. You're like, yeah, I only play like the fun, casual, like vroom vroom car game, but also I'm a prick. Like what creates that kind of person? It's a very strange combo. I do not understand that mindset at all, but I guess some people are like that. Yeah, I can see it because it's like one of those games. It's like really that you benefit from building like interpersonal drama. So like, you know, you can't really do that in a one shot. I mean, you can do anything in a one shot if you truly believe, but but yeah, you don't get to hit those beats that like really sells the experience. Oh, and if ever oh fuck, camera froze. Camera froze. Oh, it's just really hot in here in general. Hold on. I'm gonna... It's another one of those things where it's okay temperature until I turn on my lights. I turn on my AC. Also, my PC's probably due for a de-dusting. I probably need to de-dust the fuck out of my PC, so we'll see when that happens. Yeah, we've been playing, my Pathfinder group has actually been taking a break to run masks, and I've actually been enjoying that quite a bit. Oh god, yeah. Wargaming Heartbreakers I find fascinating because, like, even compared to a regular Heartbreaker, they require so much more investment. Like, it's kind of like I go, like, I think it would be fun to make a war game, but I also realize it's like, you kind of have to have, like, a following to really get that going. Because, like, I like Trench Crusade. I like it a lot. It's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. It definitely helped that, like, a lot of the thing was, like, by the guys who made Mordheim. Also, this artist is, like, fairly good and has been in the industry for a while. It's a very good way to sell the game. Technically, saying, like, this is a war game made by a VTuber would be cool, but that's, like, not nearly enough. I don't think that's very enough. There's, like, I know there's, like, a couple. Oh. I have not tried Daggerheart. I don't see a huge reason for me to. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm not a Critical Role watcher. I have not heard anything about the system without... This is made by Critical Role. So, it could be a good system. Nobody has mentioned anything mechanically that would make me feel, like, jazzed about it. And if anything, probably the opposite, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh, yeah, you could also just play War Machine, but I imagine saying mechs in that context means you want more like an actual, like, mecha, not just, like, robot. So, that would probably... Warcaster could have been that if it didn't die in the crib. Yeah, or like, there's like a couple, I mean, there's even good war games out there. Like, people generally like sword weirdos and like, space weirdos. But those are still like a niche games you have to be into. Or like Sludge. Sludge is a very cool war game with a really cool, like attrition mechanic where you cause gore to build up on the battlefield. And you have abilities that can, like, usually just cling the gore away so you get, like, less shell-shocked. But some units will actually, like, absorb the gore to power themselves up. It's really neat. But like, and it's made by the guy who did Relic Blade, which is a generally liked game. But like the game is not available for free. You have to buy it for $10. Its name is very hard to find because, like, dear Lord, just naming a war game sludge. I get what they were going for. It's an appropriate name. It is hard to find if you Google it. You can Google Trench Crusade. You can Google Turnip 28. Google the word sludge. See what you find. Yeah, I do think it can happen with a smaller team. I also think people have been starved for like, I know. Clair Obscur is not like a big budget game, but I do think that people have been like, we want like. There was sort of a progression that like Final Fantasy games were supposed to follow, if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like a lot of people were hoping like, okay, they'll keep going after 10. Like 10 is all right. I like 10 a lot, but like, you know, some people are like, yeah, 10's a good start, but they thought they would be like Final Fantasy 11 would be 10, but maybe for like the PS3, and then we'd have 10. Like, there's like a progression off that kind of like pretty graphics, turn-based combat, kind of like traditional JRPG dealio. And I feel like that's been denied to the public for so long that Clair Obscur just filled a hole that has been, Square Enix has been purposely avoiding over the years. Cause we've even seen like fucking like Persona and Metaphor succeed, and like they're very like weeby JRPGs, but they have been doing very good in the public eye. But I still do think that there was like a contingent like, okay, we need something that's a bit less like still very Japanese but not anime enough, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So yeah, I do think it's good. Like, I do think you can be a small team and make like a war game happen. But I also think that like war games inherently have a bigger investment than like a video game, like in terms of like time and money. Because like let's say I was like, okay, hey, I'm gonna give you an army for my Heartbreaker war game for free. And then nothing. So I say I give you an army for free. You still have to paint that bitch. If I make a war game that has like a lot of units, you gotta sit down and paint that bitch. That's still a lot of investment. Got him. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Suspita and Nanda. Nanda. So yeah, I do think 3D printing is helping for sure. But yeah. Is Adele? What? Not that. Well, I think I lost track of like that where that was going. Yeah, I actually bought like Malgast or yeah, and I don't know, it didn't do anything for me. I get the idea that they were going for. Like they were trying to do like, okay, this is going to be like a like kind of like edgy war game, but like, which I like, but I think the big thing is what's it called? It is, oh yeah, it's the fact that like it was geared to be played on tabletop sim with like grids and shit, which I think is cool, and I understand the idea that goes behind choosing that, but the hobby aspect for me is just like not great. Oh, the boss. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I remember what you're doing now. Okay, I lost track of I lost thread of that real quick. So that makes a lot of sense now. Not worth it. Ah, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Because like, there's like 8 big bosses, right? So if you don't like one, I guess you're kind of like, well, you're just gonna have to fight them a bunch. Just want to be Napoleon. Oh god. I mean, that conceptually sounds neat, but yeah, especially like Napoleonics are usually like big battles too. So like, god, you have to paint like so many goddamn rats. No, you're fine. You're fine. It just, I definitely live in the moment whenever I talk on stream. So I was just like, oh god, what's happened? Like, what do you mean, Adele? Oh, yeah. So you're fine. Is it a gun? His gun was originally black, which I'm not gonna do. Like I said, I'm keeping relatively close to the color scheme, but like I'm not brand loyal to it. But yeah, so like indie war games are hard. If anything, I really like the idea of doing like my own indie war game setting, but just making like fan rules for other games. I don't know if that's actually been tried a lot, but I really like the idea of like, yeah, I'm gonna make like a thing, but like, hey, would you like to play this game? Oh yeah, so just pop open one-page rules, and then use these custom armies. Do that, or like if you want to do it skirmish level, here's like a trench crusade. Like here's some armies that would work for this, but also maybe here's some like unique like sub factions and stuff like that, or even like a whole faction. I think that's like a very neat route to go. Because you encourage people to use existing infrastructures. Oh yeah, like even beyond like OPR, like legitimately using OPR for some stuff. 20 rat dudes. Oh god, yeah, that's a lot of rats to paint. But that was another thing. That was another thing with I like sludge. The basic infantry in sludge is like let's say you have like one unit of line infantry. Each line infantry is 3 models glued to like a 60mm base. A lot of times you would need 6 of those bases for 1 unit. And you would probably need somewhere in the ballpark of like maybe 3 or 4, like probably not 3 or 4, but at least 2 or 3 of those line units because they're really good and that's how you hold objectives. So it's like, oh, that's a lot of guys. How you doing, Jay? How you doing? Welcome. Also, good night. Have a good night, yo. Okay, 8 models isn't bad. 8 models is not a bad ask. Are you doing a bit with the good night, or are you actually going to bed? Either way. Hello. Howdy. This is another thing where I'm having to paint at like a foot away, so some of the details I'm going to go back with later. Oh, how's it going, Elfgo? Welcome, everybody. Welcome. If you do not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic-Elf. I'm a miniature painting Vtuber of the Nerdle and Skaven variety. What are you up to, nerd? Let me see what you're up to. How you doing, Slendy girl? Oh shit, you're playing Blood Omen? Oh fuck yeah, let's go. That's a franchise I would like to try one of these days because I've heard like the Legacy of Kain series is like really fucking bitchin'. And how you doing, Scarth? How you doing, Turtle Guest? And welcome, everybody. Welcome. If you do not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic-Elf, miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. And I want to show you guys something real quick. I want to show you. Let me hide this. Let me do a thing real quick. I want to show you the model I'm working on today. Hold on, let me just do it this way because apparently OBS is not going to play ball. So, do you see this? I bought this for eBay. It is a Gorkamorka model from like the 90s. Yeah, that seems to be a thing with old games. Fuck up sound balancing, but I'm glad it seems cool at the very least. This was painted like that when I bought it. I stripped the paint. And I'm like maybe like half an hour in, but check it out. Same mini. Why do you strip it? It's perfect. The funny thing is, like, I had like a weird. Oh, this is not going to be peach for long. It's going to build up to a brighter red. But yeah. Yeah, you can see shit now. How you doing, Lana? How you doing? Yeah. Everyone gets to see that. Yeah. I'm also going to paint it roughly the same colors, so that way, like, the general idea goes through. But yeah, so I was having like an interesting thing where it's like not to get what is art, but like I want to show you guys something. I just want to propose a really weird idea to you, like conceptually. Like I'm gonna grab these fuckers, these absolute champions of the Imperium. All of you have definitely seen these before. How you doing, Yinzu Toy Guy? How you doing? Oh, honestly, I always find it neat those like intersecting fields, like people like you, people who do like doll stuff, like the really elaborate like ball jointed dolls. But like, okay, so look at these. Look at these. Did I save that? Hold on, I did. There we go. So these fuckers, right? These are the iconic thin-ear paints, right? The classics, exactly the classics. Now here's a weird conundrum. these will be inherently more well-known and, like, regarded compared to anything I will ever paint. Like, but by being painted so bad, they've actually almost become, like, a type of art. And that, like, let's say tomorrow, like, this would not happen. Let's say tomorrow I decide to quit VTubing. Let's just say I just vanished off the face of the earth. I just went poof. Like, I don't know, Mike, like, I unfortunate teleporter accident or something. I don't know. So some scenario that renders me from VTubing. Eventually all my minis will probably be forgotten after, like, a decent amount of time. You know how it is. But those ones won't. Those thick painted motherfuckers will be, like, out there in the universe, like, being champions of whatever, of thin like forever. And that's just, like, a weird thing to think about that I just kind of knowledge on that. Yeah. So as I'm painting this guy, am I making him worse? Like, that sounds dumb, but, like, once I paint him up and he looks pretty, he kind of is losing the magic. I mean, it doesn't necessarily matter knowing who, in my opinion, it doesn't matter who made them. There's a lot of famous pieces of art no one could tell you, like, the actual, like, person behind that. But am I destroying the inherent, like, cosmic whimsy of these models by actually fixing them? It's a very, like, baby's first, like, art philosophy, like, kind of take, but, like, it's something to think about. To this day, my most popular mini is a flesh dreadnought wearing briefs. And I did not put nearly enough effort into him compared to anything else I've ever done. Oh, yeah, those new Joy Toys look sweet. I will never buy any just because I would just buy the actual minis. But they do seem cool, especially, like, if your faction of choice gets one. For sure. Yeah, how you doing, Rip? Yeah, Bodie McBoatface energy, exactly, that kind of thing. Exactly. It's not gonna, like, keep me up at night, but it's just, like, a fun thing to think about, I think. Just like a little thing to kind of process, if that makes sense. There we go. Yeah, it depends on arguably the reason I do it is for me. Like, do I sometimes pick flavor of the month things to paint? Yeah, but usually because I think those flavor of the month things are fun. Like, I'm not one of those people that are doing, like, I only do the newest Warhammer model, stuff like that. Like, fuck, I'm doing a fucking Gorkamorka mini. And the year of our Lord 2025. No one gives a shit about Gorkamorka right now. I mean, I think it's cool, but I mean, like, collectively. Like, algorithmically, no one's giving a shit about it. So yeah, I do it because this is fun, for sure. No support will ever come. I mean, you're doing better than Thousand Suns, I think. Oh yeah, I'm glad you like now that's a model I was very happy with. I very much like how that Brazen Bull turned out. Holy shit. What a nice lad. What an excellent lad. It's fun. It's neat though. But yeah, I do like doing minis though. That's why we'll continue to paint minis. That's why my entire VTubing thing is primarily painting minis based, because that's the good shit. How you doing, I am gorking some orcas. I do. I'm doing that. I'm basically trying to rebuild the original color scheme for this bad boy. Yeah, the War Prophet has been super good on the table too. That War Prophet has done me some fucking work. Oh my god. My local, I'm not like playing against like a meta, but there's just like a lot of people near me that run New Antioch, specifically because machine armor activates the neurons of a lot of people. But given that guy a fucking anti-tank hammer, ooh baby, does that bad boy just like fucking rip through armor? It's so fun. He's so fun. Is that you aside right now? Part of me would almost love to glue it to a base just so I have something to grip onto, but I probably won't do that tonight. No, paint does tend to chip off metal minis a bit more. I always got this like little... The original mini had this like little blue shawl here, the same color. Goes to like ish. I will also say too, considering the age of these minis, they're like reasonably well sculpted. They got some good details to them. Like they everything flows pretty nicely. They're like, you know, they got like that inherent, like the face is kind of goofy, but I mean he's also like a raider, so that's fine. Myself, oh, you know you want no, you know your own like finances and like backlog and whatnot. So do what you got to do at the end of the day. There we go. There we go. There we go. I basically have like entirely removed myself from using Citadel paints. Prior to recently, I was still using like a couple colors, like Warplock Bronze, for like because it was one of my favorite metals. But you guys showed me that there is a army painter metal that is just Warplock Bronze in a bottle, so I've just been using that. For paints, I tend to lean towards Vallejo because they're solid, they're cheap, and they're at my local shop. I also use Proacryl sometimes when I order it in. Army Painter has also been pretty good. And I also use like Villainy Ink enamels for like enamel layers, stuff like that. I do use a wet palette, yeah. I just use a default like Army Painter wet palette. It's beginning harder to find replacement like pages for it though. I think they've begun to retire the original size and just use the XL. So I might have to take this guy behind the shed. Game of the bottle caps. What just Fallout? Legitimately, I'm blanking on Game of the bottle caps. On the side and goes into. There we go. Yeah, like. Some people have Proacryl stuff near their like local shops, and honestly, if that was available for me, I totally would. Yeah, yeah. I know you can do that. I'm gonna admit that like I enjoy the laziness of just before stream, just pulling out a new pad. I just pull out a new thing and I just fucking just slap that bitch on there, and it's super nice. I just like that. I will absolutely say that this is like not the most like if you're being price conscious, this is not the way to do it. So he's assemble the paint. Ah, okay. Oh, Game Envy does. Oh, I'll have to check that out then. I might need to start ordering from them. Yeah, the thing like I try to do there is like a really budget conscious way. You can use parchment paper, like your own sponge. I hated it. I used to do that ages ago. I hated it. It never laid flat. It was always just like I just felt weird to use. I just never got into it. If that works for you, definitely do it because that's cheaper and like it's like in the long run for sure. Also, how you doing, Chieftain? Welcome. How you doing? Also, Kakim the Machine, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. How you doing? I'm Gorka my Morkaing until I wah. Onions or Toy Guy, thank you for the follow, and welcome to the workshop as well. Hell yeah. Bit more metal on here. Oh, also for metals though, I typically use these. I really like these Vallejo metal colors, so some of the Army Painter Fanatic line has been pretty good to me too. I'm not like brand loyal to any paint. Oh, so how you doing, Manuel? Welcome. How you doing? I'm working on this lad, and then the rider as well. The Dino Steed is the lad, and then like there just happens to have somebody who rides on its back. Just enough of a lip I need to like do some stuff with. That's a nice. Oh, that is a very nice. Like I'm one of those people that like a nice even number like that. Like I've moved past it a little bit, but I did just hit like 5,500. It was like ooh, nice flat number. Very good shit. Very good shit. It does remind me. I haven't done one of those in a while. Those like get drunk and then make a character in a bad TRPG. I usually would do those for like the 500s, and maybe that'd be fun to do. I feel like almost I'm getting too like I don't know, like repetitive with my schedule. Maybe something like that to like remix it up might be fun. Yeah, exactly. Like everyone eventually ends up with their own color palette. That is definitely like a form of. It's like a form of expression you wouldn't like inherently think of when you're like, oh yeah, I'm just painting like little Warhams mans. But like it is really true. It's really true. It's possible that the parchment paper dries out quicker. Like I said, last time I tried it though, to be fair, was back in college when I was like more of an amateur painter. But like I tried it because I was poverty tier for many paint. I was already like not doing well financially in college. I was very lucky that War Machine was affordable because dear God, Warhammer was just not an option. Warhammer was not an option until I became like actually kind of recently. Really until I became a VTuber. I mean, prior to being a VTuber, I got like a couple of Warham's minis because that's when I was playing at like my local shop that just did Warhammer. But even then, that's still like not a huge amount. Yeah, Army Painter used to be like well, it's cheap and it's probably at your shop, but it's actually like a legit competitor now. I actually do think Army Painter has gotten like really, really good as of late. Especially their Fanatic line. Their speed paints are good too. I actually prefer the Army Painter speed paints, I think, to like most of the other speed paint stuff. Came back, War Machine. Yeah, how you doing, Scrooge? How you doing? War Machine. So, Privateer Press did the classic thing where like every war game does this. Every TRPG does this. Eventually, all games make terrible decisions and implode. The difference is if you are Dungeons and Dragons or Games Workshop, you have a lot of money. You know what Privateer Press doesn't have? Fuck you money. Let's see. Also just realized there's like a little nubbin I gotta remove. So yeah. I was enjoying Arcanum. But it was just not a good stream game. I made an attempt. The attempt was real. The attempt was real for sure. I just don't think it was a good stream game at the very. That is an Artillery Witch body. I don't think it's actually real. I think that's just like somebody did like a mock-up. Did like a mock-up of one. Yeah, and even Dungeons and Dragons is hurting for money, but that's just because they need infinite money to keep the bloated corpses Hasbro alive. That's really it. A lot of the issues with Magic and D&D, like you can kind of trace them back to, like keeping Hasbro alive. So like, yeah, does D&D not make infinite money? Well, maybe we should be really weird and stingy with like tabletop updates and stuff like that. Let's try to rewrite the fucking OGL. That'll work. That'll work. Also got glitz to the base because I'm seeing stuff begin to chip. How's you doing, Agrippa? How you doing? Welcome. Oh god, yeah, no. Privateer Press used to basically have like fucking like fine cast level bullshit. Like that is very much real. That is very, very real. Yeah, mine is reasonably cleared out too. Yeah. I mean, the metal made sense because I think they were doing the thing that was like, I feel like metal was made in the US and then eventually plastic was made in China, and then Privateer Press fucked up a bunch, and then like I think some of the molds got like stolen, which is why a lot of Mark IV is like, Mark IV is basically a new war game. Like, can you play with your old models? Yeah, you can in like the legacy mode. That legacy mode is like, you know, limited lifespan for sure. Also, while that guy's so I want him to dry a little bit. So hey, it's my Mamluk from Trench Crusade. Hey, let's go. I have a little bit of metal on the pallet anyway. Oh yeah, no, Mainoth got taken behind the shed. I feel bad. My army was too. I played Legion of Everblight. Now the Legion of Everblight equivalent is like a bunch of clockwork dragons that are wearing the names of characters I used to play. It sucks. It fucking blows. It's not good. I do not like. The only thing that has begun to turn my opinion around is Steamforged Games, I think, has been actively unfucking Privateer Press mistakes. Also, they have a really, really, really good tribe on my mini factory where you can get like legacy sculpts. Like I got basically like a full Cephalix army now for like basically nothing. but they also give you like terrain. I got like a model. I got it. There's a train. There's a train this month that I like, ooh, I could use that for Trench Crusade because there's a train mission. I was like, that's cool. I like that idea. Yeah, every time I see a paint Kickstarter, I'm like, ooh, because so Tooth and Coats is doing a like grim dark painting collection, and I was like, ooh, okay, and it's like, well, it's like $5 a bottle because Tooth and Coats is expensive, and I was like, well, that's about as expected, and then the shipping was like an additional like 20 or 30 bucks. I was like, no, I can't. No, thank you. Duncan, you're a cool guy, but no. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a, hold on, let me get these like little, like, just paint basically the entire hand. Fix that later. Stuck in custom. Oh god. Okay, so I dodged a bullet then. I dodged a bullet. Like, yeah, Duncan's British. Yeah, Duncan's very British. The thing is, I don't know necessarily if it was a tariff thing. Because it was about the same price that Privateer did for their P3 paints. It's just, I think just shipping a bunch of bottles of what's effectively like heavy water is just kind of expensive inherently. Like, I think it's just kind of pricey to do that. How's how you doing, Nerdy Tokyo? How you doing? Wait, they got 2 paints? Interesting. That's kind of neat. How you doing? I am working on the Gorkamorka mini. I'm just letting him dry on the base a little bit before I go back to the bad boy. Because I forgot how much metal paint tends to chip, and I was like, well, he's at the stage now that I could probably glue him to the base, and he's got like a decent undercarriage going on. Oh yeah, just like fucking like, yeah, just like, I mean, that's just pigments. You could just sell just like pigments and then like a bottle like of like, you know, acrylic medium. That's a thing you can do. It's just probably like so much of a pain, nobody would want to do that. Go. Fur and cloth. Oh yeah, the fucking I really like the guy. What's his name? It's like he's there's a guy in Grimdark Compendium who only speaks Spanish, and I fucking love that dude. Holy shit! Like, there's something about trying to use Spanish to sound like dark and brooding that he fucking nails, and it's like, mwah, chef's kiss. It's so good. I specifically got his tutorials for the court because he narrates those. And I was like, yes. Oh yeah, shipping in Japan must also be fucking brutal. Holy shit. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't be. So yeah, shipping is a fucking nightmare. Tooth and Coats. I mean, that would be a much cooler name, to be fair. That does sound way more rad. What? Why not have a bright yellow? I had a newer yellow. Apparently I don't. Okay. Oh, I do. I have a Tooth and Coats yellow. Okay, let me drag you out. I'm gonna need your ass. There we go. But yeah, I really like them in general. I've actually bought a couple of the tutorials that I've enjoyed quite a bit. But yeah, no, that guy's my favorite. I wish I could. I want to say his name starts with a B. My brain keeps saying Brillo, and that's not right. What's the fucking dude's name? I'd have to look that up later. It drive me nuts now. All right, let's get the little, like a little bit of yellow on the spikes. I'm using a golden brown. Yeah, gold brown, just to kind of add like a base coat, and then I'll build up to that. Oh god, that's fucking that's gross. Oh, that's a gross increase. I'm not surprised, but goddamn does that suck. At that point, like, I know Tamiya does like really like I assume like it's like Tamiya's local, and then they do pretty good shit. I know if you try to order Tamiya stuff in the US, you get hit with the fucking premium. Oh yeah, if you're going to the Nova Open. I'm debating on going to Nova because it's in like August. It's like just the right distance away from me that like if I decided to do a long ass road trip. Do they not do any acrylics? Oh, that's weird. That's that. Okay, that is unfortunate then. I thought they did at least a couple, but yeah, I guess I'm totally willing to believe that I'm wrong on that regard. Road trip, fair. Oh, that'd be fun. Meet and greet at Nova, baby. Maybe that might be fun actually. I don't know. Monster Garden. Wait, is Monster Garden the guy who did the dwarves that are like weird insectile little dudes? Because I did like those. I like those videos. I forget if that guy was named Monster Garden or not. Like lacquer. Oh, okay. That's fucked up then. Oh, I'm sure he did more than that. I was just trying to think of like I was like that name sounds familiar. Where do I know that from? If that is him, that makes sense. There we go. Oh yeah, no, if he's called Monster Garden, I assume he made like maybe 3 monsters. You have to do at least 4 to be a Monster Garden. I wonder if they'll ever change that. I wonder if they will ever change that at some point. I have seen I'm sure there's still a markup because like, you know, like shipping and stuff. And like, I don't think I would ever be like cool on like, I've moved away from Citadels. Every time I see pictures of like a Japanese 40K like Warhammer store, they seem really nice. And I don't even think it's just me going like thing Japan, Like I follow a decent amount of Japanese mini painters, and every time they go to their stores, everything there seems really, really cool. It probably helps. I think a lot of them are pretty large. Okay, so that's just not my inherent weeb bias. They are just cool. I'll say because like they look cool. Also, apparently there's just like a lot more stores that just openly sell Forge World, which is wild. I am jelly on that. Soldiers must be powered by magic scrolls. That is pretty neat. That's also kind of what War Machine did a little bit, but that does seem cool. I do like that concept. Little bits on this. I will definitely need to touch these up like a lot more, but base idea is good. Look at him. How you doing, Nars? How you doing? I'm rescuing the lad, and it's going pretty good so far. I think having a thing to grip onto now is actually doing a lot of good. I'm layering on a yellow so I can begin building up. Look at him though. He's like a real model now. Oh, fancy. 30 more in Japan. Hey, let's go. I mean, that's nice because like, you know, playing Warhammer over there, more places to play is pretty legit. I don't know what the indie my area's got like a really bitchin' mom and pop shop. And I imagine Japan does too, but I also like, I'm curious how those kind of compare. That would be neat though, to see like a place that does like smaller stuff. 37, I guess. Oh yeah, maybe that is a flat rate. That would explain, because like that feels like a very like arbitrary price. At least according to me, man who's good at knowledge about shipping. That's not true. Very little about shipping. I do remember like, I still need to do it. A friend of mine shipped something from Japan to me because for a Kickstarter that I need to ship back to them. And I remember I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just get this shipped over, and the shipping was like $100, and I need to like, I still got that, and I need to send it over. I feel really bad. There's like, I haven't like opened it or anything. It's just some like TRPG books, but I'm like, oh god, okay. Okay, so there's just like a lack of just like a general LGS. That's unfortunate, but like, I'm at least your G-Dub stores aren't too bad. It's like, you know, it sucks. Could be worse, I guess. I need to get some more paint on here though. It's getting too thin. Oh, I can see something. Yeah, I can see that being good for wargaming. I could definitely see that. Oh yeah, it usually is. Especially like for people who are like Hollow fans, I think people are like, yay, they finally opened up some merch, and it's like, well, did you want to get one fucking set of the Bow Bows? good luck with your like $150 shipping, fuckface. Yeah, that's gotta be fucking brutal. That does remind me, I have gotten 2 new VTuber Fumos. I have not gotten a chance to open them yet because I've been busy. I want to take like a photo of them. I got one for Sasha, and the other is Ecto, who is a dead rat. So, you know, on brand to get a dead rat. She's also a nice lady, to be fair, though. She was on one of my Necrotica sessions, like, way the fuck back. It's hard to catch your streams, though, because, like, they're, like, 3 in the morning or some shit. There's some real neat people that are definitely, like, midnight hours. I'm like, I will never catch you as long as I'm employed. Yeah, that sounds pretty. Yeah, like I'm okay with like a little bit of markup for convenience and stuff, and like an LGS. I don't mind that too much. My LGS, I'm just very glad though because it has like a really bitchin' use section. My LGS's bitchin' use section basically has funded like my entire Death Guard army and a bunch of other shit. Let's make it. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. If you just want to get paint, you can just go there. I have a really good mom and pop store. I have a store that is closer to me that's not actually like a place to play war games. You can buy some Warhammer stuff from them, but they're primarily like a general like scale model Gunpla kind of store. Breaking apart. How you doing, Kobe? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, my actually only does 40k Warhammer stuff. Like there's no one else is selling anything used there. I assume it was just, like, not worth it, unfortunately, financially, to keep, like, a U section with not 40k stuff. Yeah, I already said I'm gonna Gorkamorka until I... Wow. Eat a pretzel salt. I feel like I said hello earlier. If I did not... Howdy. Howdy, 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 howdy. I feel like this person. Put up for a little bit. I'm due to give all my brushes, like, a real good scrub. All of them could use probably like a pretty solid scrub. Lately though, like I kind of feel bad that my shop's like Age of Sigmar section is quite large now, like the U section compared to the 40k stuff. A lot of it is like if somebody ever wanted to start a Stormcast army, dear God, they could for like probably like $100. I do not need to do that because I have a bunch of Stormcast from fucking the starter boxes and shit. But there's so many Stormcasts there. Just take off, get your fancy fix. Yeah, I mean printing is still probably like, you know, even like the newer sets, it's like, oh yeah, this has like 20 peasants in there. This is $80. It still feels like a fucking lot. Oh yeah. Pokemon stuff. It just seems to be so like financially lucrative that like there's no reason for a store not to do that. Like, if you have, like, any clientele that might have, like, a nerd parent with a dork child, like, I feel like Pokemon's a safe bet. I know people who aren't children are buying Pokemon, but based on the comic shop owner that I knew, she was like, yeah, there's still, even though adults are, like, scalping the fuck out of these, kids still really, really like them. Yeah, Vevictus, Reptilian Overlord also does some stuff. Highland Minis. There's, like, a couple of different ways to get your fancy fix. Yeah, LGS is what's it called? Yeah, a TCG is so much easier. So yeah, like at my local mom and pop, they do like Flesh and Blood, One Piece, Pokemon, and Magic. Nobody does Yu-Gi-Oh because Yu-Gi-Oh is just sadness and thievery based on my experience. A lot of people who play Yu-Gi-Oh are nice people and they really like their game, but man, Yu-Gi-Oh has led to more vandalism of game stores than I've seen anything else. Holy shit. How you doing, Mittens? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? Like yeah, their locals say, hey, let's go. Like I'm not trying to shit talk Yu-Gi-Oh people. I just mean that like I've seen stores that like have to stop selling Yu-Gi-Oh because like people are shitheads and it makes me feel bad. I know, could you kill? Like, I don't know. Like, I play Magic, so like you know, like, what's it called? Throwing stones in glass houses. Also, I'm gonna be honest. For the Sword World game tomorrow, I was trying to find art to use for the monsters. And eventually I was just like, I'll just use Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters. So you'll notice basically every monster in tomorrow's session will be from Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is very fun. Yeah, you rest after selling. Hey, let's go. Hopefully you're selling it good. Hopefully you had a fun time. I am painting a Gorkamorka mini. It's fun. Yeah, I still think about, for me, the moment that like gets into my brain is when the well-meaning shop owner had to explain to a like slightly slow-grown man that a child had ripped him off. Yeah, but that was heartbreaking. Basically, it was like you know, like when you're newer to card games and you're like, oh, all rares must be worth the same amount as other rares, right? That's like a very early thing you assume. You're like, oh yeah, these are the same rarity. They're probably about the same value. And some child just rolled up to this like clueless like man and was just like fucking scammed him out of some like really pricey rares. Like got hit with the oldest trick in the book. And this guy just couldn't process it. And the shopkeeper lady was like really, really nice. Like it was basically like a store co-owned by like a lady and her mother. Like her mother basically was like not in very often just because she was old. So it was mostly this lady running the shop. I think she had kids too that also sometimes came in and played like in the Magic tournaments and stuff. But it was mostly this lady just running shit. And like, man, that was a face of pain. How does the store god? Yeah, no, I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why it's like that. Oh god, yeah, that's fair. Also Fred, take it easy, yo. I haven't even gone to like a big convention in a while. I'm somebody that like, I don't like parties because the music is too loud. Like you guys are gonna be surprised to find out that my elven ears are really sensitive to sound. Like it's just hard for me to be in like a loud area, and that's just kind of what a convention is. I enjoyed MagFest. I will continue to enjoy MagFest, and like I would like to do more convention stuff. But man, do I get like overwhelmed by loud noise. It fucking like I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. I don't, Mantis. No, unfortunately. I do want to go to Off-Kai some year. I really do. I just don't have any, like... I don't have, like, really the money for it right now, and I also just don't have a place to stay. If I had a place to stay that was free, honestly, yeah, but, like, that's not gonna happen. All too cute. Big if true. Big if true. I wanted to go some year, though, because I have been told repeatedly by other VTubers that it's fucking baller. So, I think Nova is happening in August. I might still try to see if I can go to Nova. I might still try to shoot for Nova. See if that's a thing I can do. No guarantees, but I would like to go. I would like to go. Yeah. Yeah, noise is like, the thing is like, it sucks, but I can grit my teeth and bear it. I just have to be the guy that's like, what? What did you say? Huh? Yeah, that's like, honestly, that's my Monday Night Magic group, and I love that configuration. How you doing, Phantom Lake? How you doing? Yeah, I do a lot of Warhams. This is actually a Gorkamorka mini from back in the day, if you're aware of that game. How you doing? How you doing? I am working on the many details of this fucking lizard. And there's a guy who rides on it, but I think at this point I want to get the lizard done. And then I want to get him like close to being ready. Got so many goddamn spikes though. Oh, shit. No, because it's yeah, that's true. Yeah, so I've not been to a proper wargaming con. I've been to Gen Con a couple times. And I like Gen Con. I've gone to Gen Con a couple times. I never got to like sit down and really play any war games at Gen Con, but I would like to though. I would like to. But yeah, no, like if I could, that's also the thing too. I gotta figure out if I would go to Nova, what I would bring. I'd probably just bring like a box with my Trench Crusade stuff in it. That feels like the most economical in terms of just like, you know, amount of minis. amount of minis. Yeah, I've been to like the TRPG one shots, but like wargaming, I've just never actually. By the time I went to, it was Gen Con was either before I got into wargaming, or the one I went to was like after like when I was in my hiatus from wargaming, back when like War Machine kind of petered out near me. Yeah, that's an artillery witch from Trench Crusade that someone made a body pillow of. I don't think it's actually like a real body pillow you can buy. It's just like a funny concept just because you just got the bomb on the other side. And I've just left it up there because sometimes I'll just leave stuff on there. I have to imagine that Offkai is like one of those conventions that gets they open up hotels for Offkai week and then they just get filled now. Like it's probably at that point that like you have to find someone else who has a hotel, or you need to like get it, probably like an Airbnb that's like a little out of the way is probably going to be your best bet, I would have to guess. What color do I want for this like little package box thing? It's got like some, it kind of looks like it could be metal, but I don't think I want to go that route. Yeah, I feel it. I think that's one of the reasons I went to MagFest, because I can just take a train there, and I've had, to be fair, I've had some very, very sweet VTuber group people who are like, "Hal, give me money, give me like $200, and you can stay here during MagFest." I'm like, cool. Like the first time I went to MagFest, someone was like, "Yeah, I just need someone to fill up a room. Can you go here?" And I like, that was so convenient. I'll never have anything that convenient again. Yeah, that's just it too. Like, sorry, just like licking water off my lips. I have VTuber friends, but I just don't have any that are like also free to have a room open for that kind of thing. Let me, hold on, I gotta look at the, let me look at the lad and see what I want to do though. The problem is, like, I'm looking at the original. Like, I'm looking at the original. It's like, I need to figure out. I don't know. This is also a thing about like VTubers. A lot of us don't tell each other where we live outside of like really general terms. Like, I know a couple who are like really close friends of mine. But other than that, no fucking clue. I've hung out with people for many years that like I don't know anything about them outside of VTubing, which is a feature, not a bug. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. That's ideal, but still. It's easy for me to go to. I'm going on a trip. Oh, that's unfortunate. That do be unfortunate though. I'm open next year. How's how you doing, Yasiel? I have no idea how to pronounce your name. I'm very sorry. Yes, it is the Gaylord there. Yeah, oh yeah, Mittens has probably got like a whole other. Yeah, you got. To be fair, all my bitching pales in comparison to yours by like a huge margin, a big old fucking margin. Get a little bit, like a little bit of orange on this. I'm gonna make them even brighter, but I'm gonna start with this orange for right now. We'll see how this looks. We'll see how this looks. Ah, fuck, we got ads. It's a new create 2 VTubers that live in the same unit next to each other. Stretch. Ah, there we go. Oh, there we go. Popping those fucking jellies. Let's go. All right. Yeah, I love how the VTubers are big enough now that they're fucking like, there are now genres of manga about VTubers, and it's really funny to me. Fucking Pekora is in Death Stranding 2, which is very funny. Like, Kojima's like, Pekora's my Oshi, I will put her in my game, which is like, honestly, bitch and maneuver. I think you're a VTuber enough. Why do you say that, Mittens? Why do you say that, Mittens? Oh, that does sound sweet. I do love me some vanilla romance. I love me some romance. I haven't read it as much lately, but I do like, Especially when there's like romance and there's no bullshit. Like I don't like drama in my romance. Keep it the most sweet, saccharine vanilla. I don't care. I don't care. Best friend since last week, and since 2nd grade. Oh yeah, no, that's also Mutie. That's a Mutie. I mean, the whole anonymous thing is, you know, it varies a lot. There's like, that's definitely like a preference thing. Like I keep myself very, like, you know, people know the general area I'm in. Like, I think I mentioned, like, I live in the South, but like, I've never mentioned the exact state. Because I'm just kind of a private person, which I know a lot of you guys are like, hell, let me send you shit. Open a P.O. box. But like a lot of people are like, yeah, I don't care. Here we go. I do think it also helps when you're like, where do I live? I live in London. Like, yeah, so does everyone else. Like that doesn't like really change things a lot. So many of my viewers are from Florida. I will never understand that what my appeal is directly to Floridians. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. So how you doing, Lost on them? How you doing? How you doing? Love running back to that nonfiction grind set. That's fair. That's fair. My current grind set right now is I'm reading. How you doing, Balric? How you doing? Yeah, we got the lizard horse. I am reading Elemental Council, the Tau 40k book, and also Atomic Habits. It's been doing good for me. I haven't really made any progress because this weekend because I've been busy working on Sword World stuff. But it's just really funny. It's just really funny that like the those are my two extremes at the moment. Oh, north of the border. I have a decent amount of Canadians as well. I'm not like, I do get that like weakness of like whenever I read a book, like, what if I got some models for that? Tau don't quite activate that. I would actually kind of like to make some Tau auxiliaries. I think Tau auxiliaries would be fun. But like overall though, Tau are fine. I just don't find the Tau themselves to be like super interesting. I really like the idea of the Alien Coalition. And Elemental Council has been a good book, don't get me wrong. But like the idea of just like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of aliens, but really only the blue ones matter. Only the blue ones really matter. That's also true, yeah. They're like, I like big shoots, not a huge amount. My preferred army is glass cannon. Like I love glass cannon bullshit. Like that's why I used to play Legion of Everblight. Like I'm gonna be excited if I ever do play these fucking Slanesh guys, because they're hyper elite. They roll in there, they slap shit, and then if you crack them back, they will die. But if you do get them in there, you will kill, and that's the shit I like. Yeah, I like human Janissary Tau. I like Vespids. Like all that stuff is cool. I like the idea in the way that like previously for the Imperial Guard, you could take historical minis and give them las rifles. I really didn't like the idea of just taking sci-fi minis and just giving them Tau gear. And they're like, okay, this is like a Tau model now. Conceptually, I really like that. I really like that conceptually. But like not enough for me to paint a Tau army. I got too many other projects. See, I hate big flat planes. I love me some like little like gribbly bits. I like flesh and I like kind of like texture. Which is why like whenever I have to do like a vanilla Space Marine, I'm like, what the fuck? It's all flat. It's all flat. It sucks. Like little bits in there. No, you're not wrong, because Scorn were neat. I never played Scorn at the time because my friend did, but I always thought Scorn were really cool. How flat is justice? I'm having to console a VTuber friend of mine, Ego. She is becoming a zombie dog, and she's becoming much flatter. So now I just regularly send her pictures of Konata saying flat as a status symbol. Because I'm a good friend. Yeah, I got into War Machine because it was a budget game, so I could never afford the Colossals, but I always thought they were cool as shit. Colossals are really fucking neat. I always wanted the Archangel. Couple little dots. He's looking pretty solid, actually. Like, this is what I can't get over. It's like he's immediately coming out pretty neat. Oh yeah, fuck, I gotta get that. Yeah, I think it's because like I like shading in a specific way, and I need to do a what's it called? These guys are a bit of a satin wash right now. These are my apothecarian guys for Horus Heresy, so they're a little shinier than they need to be. But it's like the flatness of like the Mark 6 armor just fucks with me, and I don't know why. It's really weird. Like, Noise Marines, fuck yeah, I can handle that. Give me a flat boy, no idea. No idea what to do. Oh, you hand-painted Adjudicator? Oh, there we go. A friend of mine had Adjudicator, but he never painted it. I think he still has his Mainoth shit, just kicking around in like his... Last I checked, he had it kicking around his kitchen. I wonder if he still has those. I'll ask him one of these days. There was a point where I almost bought my friend's old world, like, it would have been Warhammer Fantasy at the time because this predates Old World becoming a thing. But he had a bunch of dwarves that he, like, used to play with and just has sitting around. And I think I was going to ask him to buy him from him, but, like, it just never fell through. Might be a fun thing to bug him about. You curse the Plague. I also, to be fair, I also think Plague Marines go a little too far in having details, but otherwise... That's a pretty sizable chunk. Like, it took my brain needed to reconvert the math. I was like, only like 300. Oh yeah, no, that's actually a lot. That's actually a fuckload in War Machine terms. Oh, fucking hold on. The red spilled. How you doing, Minida? How you doing? I'm currently Gorka-ing my Morka right now. Going pretty good. Oh god, water, too much water. Actually, that worked out pretty fine. Also, thank you for the sub. And how you doing, Toast Burnt Dark? And how you doing? Dueling? Welcome. How you doing? Some blue boys. This guy, he's mostly red, but yeah. He's got like the blue. Like I said, I'm trying. Oh, these guys. Yeah, I was doing a thing where I was talking about like a weird conundrum where those guys will be like. Those hideously painted models will be infinitely more, like, impactful and famous than anything I will ever paint. And it's just, like, that kind of, like, one of, like, the weird ironies of just, like, fucking up on that level. Yeah. I forgot I put them on there, to be fair. I do. I actually sometimes do tend to overthin my paints. Like, there's some people that do paint entirely with washes. That's, like, a valid way to paint. I just sometimes will just accidentally leave too much water on. It just spreads a little awkwardly. There we go. Speed paints are life. I don't use, like, I use speed paints, but only for, like, I really use them for, like, glow effects these days. Speed paints are basically made to do, like, you basically paint white and then you just do, like a green or a red over them, and or orange, and they glow real nice, actually. I've used that like a decent amount now. The only genuinely nice faction. Hey, orcs are nice. No, that's not true. I do love when people fight orcs, like, cause like, you know, people are like, oh, orcs are big heckin' fighty boys that just want a good crump, and then like you always see in universe or like they rip some man apart who's screaming, and it's like, oh yeah. Maybe they're not the big chungus after all. Get like a couple of scales on the back of his neck. There we go. Fish the Emperor's Champion. Hey, let's go. That's the like really. That's like the Black Templar guy with the cool sword. I vaguely remember what he's like. A human slave. I don't know. I've actually not seen orcs directly in Horus Heresy. I know they exist. I know the lead up. I know the lead up to the battle at Kalthus. They're like, oh yeah, we're gonna go fuck on some orcs. And they're like, well, this is way too many dudes to fuck on some orcs, but maybe the War Master's just trying to wave his dick around. They're like, yeah, probably. And then, you know, betrayal at Kalth, baby, let's go. Like, I've never actually seen an orc in a Horus Heresy book. Maybe someday it'll just happen organically. Get caught in my glove. There we go. Usually abuse Citadel, but any amount of thinning is usually too much. Yeah, I always never really liked the Citadel stuff because like I don't like their system where they're like, this is a layer paint, this is a base coat, this is a highlight. I've always really disliked that. I get why you do that because you can sell it to people for like a tutorial system. I totally get that. How you doing, Billy? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. He is not just like the black. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. It's foreshadowing what from the War of the Beast. Oh, was it really? Oh shit. Okay. I know basically nothing about War of the Beast, other than there's just like a big fuck off wall that like makes its way to Terra. From what I also understand, the books aren't particularly great, so I've kind of held off on a lot of books, and I'm like, well, this is probably not fantastic, but this will give me some background. I've kind of held off on those a little bit. Yeah, the consistency thing is that's always like for like I love that that's what created the Villainy Inks, because everybody was like, hey, we use these formulas for your washes for our stuff. Quit changing the formula without telling anyone, you fucks. Because that's what happened. That they were doing, because like, you know, the whole streaking grime thing was because streaking grime was like a very particular shade that looked really, really nice. And like, it was kind of like, you know, it was kind of like brown with like a little bit of like a dingy green to it, but not a huge amount. And then sometimes streaking grime would just be green. And sometimes it would be brown again. But sometimes it would be like a lighter brown. And like the fucking like Grimdark Opinion guys were like, what the fuck? Stop this bullshit. Which is just very, very annoying. Yet, like, the Emperor returns to Terra after being the biggest. Oh, okay. Ah, I got you. Yeah, War of the Beast, like, I mean, 40k lore is so big that, like, it's hard to have a complete, like, body of knowledge, but that's definitely, like, an area I have nothing in. Got some scales under here. Luckily, the scales aren't on the hands too much. Malts. How thin is this getting? Not too bad. A boys I'm gonna have to like fuck with later. God, there's so many. Right side, every one I hit makes the model look much better, so I'm pretty jazzed about this. I want the print tonight. How about a mercenary? Something that you could use for multiple armies. That might be nice. Print. So how you doing, Queek? Welcome. How you doing? I'm working on a Gorkamorka mini that I've saved from the depths of eBay, and he's turned out pretty good so far. Oh, he's got skulls on. Oh, these are fucking chin. There we go. How are you doing, V Architect? Welcome. How you doing? Currently working on this lad, who is turning out pretty good so far. Very early. I think what I want to try maybe after this is maybe try to. Oh no, I still need to get that fucking box. He's got like a box on the side that I just keep neglecting. There we go. Hey, how you nerds doing? Behold. There's more on his chin. Ah! Get the two cards are too confused so much. Hey, it's all good. I mean, you eventually get there. You eventually get to the right one, so it's not the worst. Oh no. Comes to crack. There we go. You make the horn bigger. If I would have thought to do that earlier, maybe. I be honest with this guy though. I like just keeping him vanilla, especially because this is like at this point, like this is like a relatively rare model. Like I've never actually seen a Gorkamorka mini. Oh god, in person. Yeah, maybe I think my orange is getting too thin. Let me get like one more fresh drop. It's all good, it's all good. But yeah, if you've seen the guy like I'm in immense pain, that's what this is. I fixed him. He's a real boy now, or will be once I'm done. I might continue them next Tuesday because so I won't be painting minis on Tuesday because I'm gonna be running Sword World. So probably what I'm gonna do. I'm still debating whether I want to play. If I want to play off stream for Silent Hill 3 and try to get the shotgun and work my way back to where I was at, and I figure I'll take a pause week from it because I'm gonna have to like move a stream anyway for Sword World anyway, so like that'll be it. And then I will ponder. Will ponder my shotgunless existence and whether it'd be worth. The funny thing is, I actually bet like playing the game with the guide open off stream would probably be very, very quick. Like I could probably just blast through that on like the Saturday or whatever. There we go. Look at the lad. There we go. 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 You take a sip real quick. Very funny horse. He's just doing his best. Also, something I want to do is I want to use the same base. So my idea is I'm going to put some cork over it, and then like I got some thicker cork and some thinner cork, and then I'll put some sand texture over it. Which I think would look pretty banging. He's got this like little thing here, and I don't know what that is. How you doing, bro? Yeah, no, there's a lot of acetone. I had to go buy, like, so, previously when I've stripped minis with acetone, I could just, like, go to CVS, or not CVS, like, fucking, like, when I'm just, like, at Target, I could just pick up, like, just pick up some nail polish remover. That's fine. Like, sometimes it'll have some, like, additives for nails, but it usually strips the paint. No, not for this fucker, no. I had to bust out. I had to go get, like, one of those, like, blue canisters of acetone. It was like, this will help you clean up project residue. I was like, boy, howdy, you have no idea, mysterious can of acetone. And it did. After 2 tries, it still took a bit. Like, which was good. The acetone bath was good, though, because it did blast away all the hardened, yellowed Gorilla Glue that was on this fucker. There we go, there we go, there we go. Yeah, I had to go economy size. There's like... I have the only other metal minis I own are some I have some old orc Storm Boys. They have like a metal rocket and like resin legs and plastic weapons. It's such a weird mix that I don't know how much of that is the original like ancient Storm Boys kit and how much of that was like that kit was mixed with other minis at the time as like a weird kit bash thing. A lot of their metal bits could probably be like I stripped their metal bits with isopropyl, and it stripped pretty well. I think I could get even better though if I decide to take those a couple little metal bits and just dunk them in the acetone. And they're separated from the resin bits, so I don't have to worry about the resin. If you put resin in isopropyl alcohol, it gets really rubbery. Source me, I actually did that with some Plague Marines. Luckily, they eventually harden back up, but it takes a bit. It does take a bit to let them harden back up. So I figure economy size acetone is not the worst. I'll probably get some use out of it. Let's also get this thing. Rope. Ropey bits. Need more of this paint. Are we Gucci? Let's fucking go. Using rope and leather the same color, which I don't know if that's ideal or not, but I'm sure once I begin, like, toning things, I can differentiate them a little bit. Hey, look at the guy! So just like an itty-bitty skull on here, so I could actually use that same paint on itty-bitty skull, because I can just put that whites. He's got, like... I legitimately don't know what this is. It's like a little fabric bit? guess I could use the same brown and just like just see what happens. Then there we go. Okay, there's no unpainted metal on this. I mean, I think some of the spikes I still gotta hit. Let's see what I want to do. Let's build some highlights on the blue, actually. Add a dark blue, which I put here. Do I have like a regular blue? I swear I had a regular blue. I have like a turquoise one. I do have a turquoise up here. And oh no, I do have a regular blue. I got Prussian blue. This song is Adekala. Hold on. Let me link you the song. It's really, so it's a good song. I'm going to be honest though. Like, watch Sarano or Zetsubo Sensei or read it. Your option, but you know, either one. It's done by the band that's like specifically made for the show. But the big part about it that's really, really, really nice, is that like it's effectively a callback of like the themes of the show, where it's talking about like, hey, like it's been a long time since I was this depressed person. I've made it all this time. I've lived. Isn't that like a good thing to like I think that should be celebrated. The bitter days of despair have kind of brought me back, as like has kept me like I survived those. It's a really uplifting song for like a very depressed like series. I like Sarado Zetsubo Sensei. It is glum on purpose, but like it's Adekata, like mwah, chef's kiss, as a callback to all that. And it even references the OPs of a lot of the songs in the show as well. Like it drops kind of like phrases from that. Drowning, oh god. I mean that's basically like drowning in like acid, right? Like I can't imagine drowning in acid would be good ever. That sounds bad. Would not want. I'm gonna mix that regular blue, the Prussian blue, with this like midnight blue. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, so I need to go back and like re-watch it or reread it. So you know how like when a lot of things, like a lot of media pulls a twist at the very end and you're like, oh my god, this is fucking bullshit. Like this is stupid. This invalidates a lot of stuff. Sarano Zetsubo Sensei has an amazing twist that recontextualizes the entire series. And I don't want to say what it is. But like if you go back and like watch it or read it, suddenly you just like and like it's like one of those twists where if you go back and notice the details, you're like, holy shit, it was like this the whole time. I light some edges of off for that. But yeah, it's good. It's a good show. It's a good series. It's good because it was like, I don't know what Shaft is doing these days. I know they got like a new Madoka movie cooking up, but I still like Shaft a lot. I still really, really like Shaft as an anime studio. They were sort of like one of my favorites for a long time, and I still think they probably might like. I don't know where I would grade them now, but I'll still be a Shaft enjoyer till the day I die. And I don't even care if you guys are going like, I don't care. I love Shaft Animation Studios so much that your jokes mean nothing to me. Over pure cinema. Oh no, they did a ninja show like recently. I heard it's like this kind of like Yuri ninja show where like people were like, oh yeah, she does like the goofy little head tilt in there and put like a lot of like crazy budget in the things. It also does remind me, I never did finish Monogatari. I need to do that. I need to do that one of these days as well. Especially because is Monogatari done? Like legitimately, I don't recall if Monogatari is done as a series or not. I got like reasonably far through Monogatari, but like I did not watch Kizu. and I didn't watch the one with like the weird Ogie, like the pup. I don't think she's like a puppet. She's like a weird, kind of like girl with long sleeves, which I don't think really like clarifies much about anything about her. But you know, is it? I kind of assumed it was going towards an end, but I guess I wouldn't be surprised if it's like one of those like perpetual series. To be fair, I would still like to catch up though. I would still like to catch up. I would also like to do Kizumuno, which is not Katana Katari, which is not no connection at all, other than I think like the same authors involved, but really, really, really cool, like Japanese kind of like OVA series with like really, really cool fights and like really neat swords. I'm not selling it very well, but it's a very cool series that I have not finished. I still need to do that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's like a Signar Jack called like a pounder. We got the extreme of this month. Yeah, I mean, considering that like they're not. I imagine basically all these things are CAD sculpts. They got Plugger. There we go. It's weird, but yeah, I imagine what's going on is like, you know, Privateer Press has got files for all these. They're going to be phased out of physical production. Who gives a shit? So like you might as well do that to like, you know, you get free money for doing a thing that like people will praise you for that doesn't require a huge amount of effort, I imagine. Yeah, I was curious. I was like, do I want to print this? I don't know. Like it's a neat idea conceptually. It's a neat Jack conceptually, but like I don't know what I would do with it. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, they were resin metal. Yeah. Like I wanted Extreme Carney so bad, but yeah, $70. And also, the regular one fell over a lot to begin with. I cannot imagine that extreme version of that motherfucker would not just implode upon being set on the table. It would just fall over and just detonate. Okay, we're getting some highlighty bits on here. Get a little bit of the original color too, and just kind of go back and. There we go. So Steve, have yourself a good night and take it easy, yo. Battletech 2. 2 weeks ago. Hey, I believe. Let's go. Yeah, I forget what I did. I just remember that like there was kind of always like a complaint that a lot of War Machine people would just use 2D terrain. My shop didn't, and we would use hills, and every Legion model of mine would flop off of those fucking hills every time. I've always been kind of confused by the 2D versus 3D debate because in my mind the superior solution exists, which is just you take 2D terrain and you put 3D terrain on top of it. You just basically make the 2D terrain match the outline of the 3D terrain. Like that always seemed like it's like such like a reasonable like way about doing it. A lot of people didn't though. People still don't. Like we still got that thing with like the whole like Warhammer Ruin debate. It was like, yeah, the boxes are the only thing that matters, so you could just like build some cool terrain and just make it so that you could remove it from the box. Yeah, I mean, yeah, for tournaments and stuff, I get it, but for like, you know, for people who aren't doing tournament stuff. There are solid metal bases. Why did I not know? I would have bought the fuck out of at least a couple of those. I would have absolutely purchased a couple of those bases. Also, currently, I'm mixing 2 drops of the orange with 1 drop of the red. And I want to kind of like highlight some of the like lizard flesh now. Now that I'm at this stage. Is this guy's supposed to be more orange, I think? There we go. They're scary. They're here to remind us of our predecessors were trying their best with limited knowledge, and nope. They did things. They certainly made an attempt. Muscular bits. I'll probably do like a more traditional orange coat later. Oh yeah, the neck is probably gonna be like that. Oh, so you couldn't even magnetize those then. I was magnetizing my minis early. I got like a big fuck off like cookie sheet and I put all my Legion stuff in there. I still have all my Legion stuff in a fucking cookie sheet. I've made like more portable things since then. I have not bothered to do that for my old War Machine stuff. They've been low priority for that. So, which means occasionally they'll get like dust is kind of a big thing with them. There's a lot of dust on those fuckers. Freeze a little bit. Yeah. Probably like the thing is like I painted a decent amount of my old Warhammer my War Machine minis originally, but not enough. Like I always have like very weak aspirations to go back and try to fix up a lot of those chuckle fucks because some of them deserve it. Like a lot of the minis I bought like towards like the end of the life of the game. I bought like a bunch of like ogres and stuff that never hit the table. They don't matter as much. But I think I have like one Carnivian chassis beast that just never got painted. The rest did. How you doing, Pudding? How you doing? Hey, let's go. Yeah, you still got a decent amount of time too. Hell yeah. How you doing? I'm working on the Gorkamorka mini I got. I'm trying to like build up some orangey tones on some shit. Trying to make this look a bit less. It's still going to be very red at this stage, but getting a little bit more warm, stuff like that. How you doing? Hey, thank you. I've been painting this for about almost 2 hours right now, and honestly, the progress is the guy is just sitting there doing nothing. But like for the actual mini itself, I feel like the progress has been going pretty legit. And whatnot. I wish I had like a proper thing to grip onto the base. It's just a weird era. Yeah, I think I got the Legion starter box that was like very rubbery plastic. I don't think I painted any. No, that's not true. I painted the Seraph. I painted the Seraph on that box, and then like I already had a billion shredders, so those did absolutely nothing for me. I know why they put shredders in that box because, you know, every Legion player needs 30 shredders, clearly. Especially because they got nerfed that edition. But like, yeah, I've had, because like, for people who did not play War Machine, there was a unit called the Shredder. It is a itty-bitty meat missile. It has teeth and legs, and it's, for a while, Legion used to be the only faction that would get an itty-bitty little war beast. Others did, but like it took them a bit. And initially, like it was a good meat missile you could direct to people, like really, really good for its points. It also had a buff that increased the armor and defense of a model that you targeted with, which was really good. So you might have like 1 or 2 in your army. And then they got nerfed quite a bit. And then they really didn't have much of a purpose outside of like a few dedicated lists. But yeah, I forget, Agrippa, did you see my, I used a Mainoth Warjack for Trench Crusade. I forget if you saw that or not, but I was like, oh, this would be fun to use a plastic Warjack, and oh my god. Yeah, I used to play what's it called? Oh yeah, that was way more rubbery than I remembered. Absalonia, I used to play Absalonia. So, running 2 was fine at Absalonia. But for like Veil, I would never run really more than 1. And then I think I played a very little bit of Mark III, not a huge amount. I remember going to the shop after a hiatus. So I moved, and my local store still had a War Machine scene at the time. And I was like, okay. And I was like getting ready to do the thing where you used to be able to throw your own units in that game, and they took that out because it was kind of a weird exploit, kind of. And I was like, oh, I can't chuck my guys anymore. I'm getting some stuff. I don't think I ever got a Beast Mistress. She was kind of later in the game when I was like not as active for buying new shit. seemed like a neat model. There's a couple of like models I would just like to get a Helmall. I never got a Helmall back in the day, and I kind of wish I just had one just to just keep around. Let's get that lizard fucking taint. Yippee! Let's go. How you doing, Flopsy? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Discord just fishes today. Ooh, I'll have to check that later. How you doing, Flopsy? I'm painting Gorkamorka minis. Yeah, I think I wonder, they're probably not that expensive on eBay, maybe? I don't know. That's one of those things that like they could either be like fucking cheap because no one gives a shit, or expensive because some people give a shit very lot. Fisher Vampire. Hey, let's go. Hell yeah. I'm straight up gorking it on my stream. I do be straight up gorking it, and by it I mean haha my Morka. I found a variation for a joke that was already stupid maybe an hour ago. Oh, I'm jelly. The thing is, all the Legion Colossals looked cool. Not that the Discord ones didn't. Don't get me wrong. People were just buying the Legion ones just for display pieces, which meant that like I could never live that dream of a $30 Colossal. Yeah, a lot of the visually appealing Legion models I think have been sniped over the years. For good. I'm glad people got them when they wanted them, and I don't need them that badly. So it's not like I'm like, oh no, how will I ever live without this one model that I don't need? It was even the Blightbringer, even if it was a stubby fuck, I also liked him. It was just like they went 2 for 2 on Colossals, I think. Or maybe like 1.5 for 2. I like the Blightbringer, but some people, not a fan of a chunky boy. They do not enjoy a large lad. You should. I mean, hell, if you or if you don't give that much of a shit, you probably could just put them on eBay and sell them. Somebody probably would want them. If you feel like it's just gonna haunt your fucking your used bin. Got the throne. Oh god, the throne. Yeah. I saw one person had the throne in my shop, and it didn't look that bad, but it wasn't great. It was not great by any means. My friend had the Mainoth Colossal, but he never painted it. I think I mentioned that earlier. I had a friend who played Troll Bloods, and I forget if he had any of the big fuckers. He used to be like he was somebody who was like way more in the War Machine than I did. Like he was a way better player. Like I would play games with him and just get my ass beat. But I was like, okay, see you next week. Oh, that's unfortunate. Maybe there's like another time where the throne was really, really good, but I don't know how wide of a range that was. I got just a light blue. Maybe I'll just go like really, really, really faint just over the tips. Maybe just like... Just a smidgen. I don't know. I'm debating how bright I want the blues to be. Like I was leaning dark, but I might, because the original model had dark blue. I could always just bring them up to like a brighter shade. We'll find out. There we go. Custom battle foam insert. Oh yeah, they did do custom battle foam. God, I don't miss battle foam. My poor hex hunters. I think they're hex hunters or hex mages. The guys with the magical daggers who could do pretty decent magic. Like, I still have like 1 or 2 that just does not have a sword now. Like the swords would break off in the foam almost constantly. And I think one of them is just lost to the void. Those, out of a lot of the Legion models kind of look like the beast were good. The infantry look like shit almost universally. I actually think those ones probably hold up reasonably well. Or at least the Bale, I think, was their leader who just had like a cool helmet. A cool helmet does a long way because a lot of the Legion elf sculpt faces were ass. A lot of them were ass. Source, fucking, hold on, there she is. Where's she? She's on my desk. I have the metal Absaloni who is. Her arms are elsewhere, but God, she is my favorite warcaster, and she is ugly as sin. Like you can't really get a good feel. She's like stumpy and weird looking, and not in like the I'm a cool mutant weird looking. Somebody actually did do like a full like 3D print redo of her that I think that I would much rather paint. Like maybe I would just like grind that one up into powder and sprinkle it on her base and then just use the 3D print. Fairy lights. There we go. Yeah. She's not good. She's not a very like. But, like, she was my favorite warcaster. I loved her. And then Absolunia 2 came out, and, like, she looked much better. Holy shit, Absolunia 2 was, like, a very, like, legitimate improvement. It was a very legitimate improvement. So, like, they were getting better. A lot of, like, Legion's infantry was, like, Mark 1 stuff, where they were just like, what is sculpting? See, mine is, like, I don't know, I would take it to the shop, and I would just find that, like, my fucking... bits and pieces would just get knocked off each time, and that made me big sad. Considering that was like my first attempt at wargaming, I am willing to invoke skill issue upon myself. Yeah, I never really got to see the later Krios, because like Krios 1 was like the one that had the knockdown, right? So in War Machine, your guy had a feat, which is like a big super special move that was like, sometimes it might just be like a buff or whatever, but usually it impacted the game quite a bit. Knockdown, Krios just knocked down your entire army with no save or resistance or anything. And depending on your army, you basically, like if you had, like Legion had ways around that. A lot of armies didn't. And so it was like for like, I don't think he was like super great competitively, but he was the kind of thing that's like not good enough for the big leagues, but like, man, he could pub stomp like no one's business. I think he did do okay in a couple of tournaments. So usually I would see other I would see other main Othcasters instead of him. I would generally see other ones. Let's see, Warhammer balance is weird. Arguably, from what I've seen, 10th edition, I think it's actually like reasonably balanced into a lot of armies that are doing good. Like you got quite a lot of stuff. Fucking Serpentine, baby, let's go. Also just being able to Warlocks had such an advantage because if they try to alpha strike your leader, you could just be like, all right, Beastie, take literally all the punches. Take every punch. Take so many goddamn punches. I think I should just go straight orange on this guy now. But like do it like real thin. But yeah, if you're like Khador, like, well, I guess Khador, you have some armor, but like it was very, very likely because if you murdered your warcaster, they died. And like War Machine back in the day was like way better balance than 40k was at the time. And like people were doing well with a variety of armies, but like I played Legion of Everblight. They were basically good the entirety of the time I played the game because they had the ability to just kind of like, there were rules to the game where it's like, oh yeah, like if you, what's it called? Like if let's say your guy creates a smoke cloud. Ooh, they dropped a smoke grenade. You can't see them. So now that you can't see them, they can cross the board so they can get up close to your guys. Well, Legion of Everblight had eyeless sight. They can see through smoke. Well, what if we creep behind this forest? No, eyeless sight can look through forest too. Oh, what about if we're in the forest? You still have to like move to get us. So, like, no, actually, everything has flight or pathfinder, so you can move through forest. Oh, okay. Like it's. I love my boys. I guess my girls mostly because Legion was like matriarchal snow elves. They weren't like Drow were like, huh, men are second class. It's more than I think they just in general, the women tended to be a bit more like powerful and like strength and magic. I forget exactly what led to like the real divide between the like why it was kind of like more lady based, but it was like, you know, it was just they just had a lot of ladies. I was like, okay, cool. And then Thagrosh, because Thagrosh was just like a ogre who had the spirit of a. The best way I can describe this is imagine like an angry autistic dragon inside of his soul. Everblight was a really fun villain because he was the underdog, and he had a great empire back in the day, but he drew too much attention, so he got sealed. He got sealed like inside of a stone on the top of a mountain, and eventually he's like, hey, ogre guy, you got kicked out of your tribe? Put me in you. Stick me in your chest. Things will go good. I guess for Thagrosh, it kind of did, right? Yeah, they turbo cancer mutate things around them. And Everblight was the best at manipulating his turbo cancer. But like, well, all the other factions, like Krix had an empire of the undead, and Scorn were an invading army that was going to like wipe out a lot of continent and enslave them. And Circle were technically like, well, not Circle were that bad guys. Let's get the other, like, you know, there's like a couple of others that you could argue are villainous. Legion was in the middle of the Cadoran countryside, just doing petty, small-time shit, trying his best, and I loved him for it. It was just so fun being the, like, underdog, scrappy, technically, like, scrappy upstart, like, villain. Yeah, Circle was doing some, like, eco-terrorism bullshit, which, to be fair, they kind of had reasons to do so. But yeah, no, Legion was just kind of very silly. All upkeeps is controlled to immediately expire. Oh, that sounds good. Okay, yeah, that does sound pretty spiced when you mention it like that. Also, right now, trying just pure orange to like build up the skin tone a little bit. A lot of weird curves. It's like mostly working. I gotta be a little careful on this guy, because, like, I mean, I do want, like, the red is a temporary state. I want this to be orange. Oh, he had Weapon Master. Oh, okay, that was always the thing that like, even at the time, I was like, this Weapon Master feels stupid. Like, not that the infantry had a way to crack jacks. That was, like, you know, conceptually fine. I just always thought Weapon Master was stupid because it felt like infantry without Weapon Master were just kind of shit a lot of times. Like, you'd see infantry doing well in certain armies, and you're like, yeah, Weapon Master. They got Weapon Master. Of course they do. Okay, this also has Weapon Master. Okay. Like, there's a couple guys that didn't, but they were kind of utility, or they had some other things. Check. Like, Khador fucking Doom Reavers. Doom Reavers are cool, though. I would actually like to paint some Doom. So there's occasionally some old War Machine models I would like to check out. What you saying? Oh, the lad. I think it could be repaired pretty easily. Worst case, you could maybe strip him and go again. Excellent, lad. Excellent, lad. Oh, he's complete again? Oh, let's go. I just saw the picture where his arms were spread out. Oh, he had the. Oh, I didn't know it had the inherent slam. Okay, that is good to know, actually. I did not play anything with that. Did I just not scroll far enough? Or maybe you already symbols and stuff. Yeah. You definitely should. You definitely should. Door rock. Oh yeah, the fucking mortar guys. I think my friend had those. I had my so my play group of like my buds were in the game at the same time. I had a friend who played Krix. I had a friend who played Khador, a friend who played Mainoth, and then a friend who played both dwarves and also trollbloods. So like we had a pretty good mix, and then there's people at the shop who basically had like all kinds of different armies of various shapes and sizes. We had a good spread. We had a pretty diverse meta. I think I might have been the only Legion player at the shop for reasons that I don't entirely remember why, because it's been a bit. That's neat though. I'm enjoying my wargaming now. I have fond memories of starting out. Do I ever feel like I want to play Mark II again? Probably not. It's fun to reminisce about though, because that was baby's first like wargaming for me personally. That little bit is always just gonna have a couple little extra warm and fuzzies. Even if if I try to play Mark II War Machine, I'm probably gonna have a fucking conniption fit. Thicker than I'd like. The lad is turning out super. The funny thing is, I am going to durry him up because like this guy is going to be in the fucking like orc desert. He's eventually going to get some enamels, but I'm hoping a lot of the brightness will still shine through enough that like, worst case if I just need to highlight him again later. Yeah, my friend played my friend mostly played Karchev. I think he played Karchev and Butcher. One of the Butchers. I want to say Butcher 2. Don't quote me on that one. Karchev was fun, though. Karchev was a fun mini. I did Evale and Absalonia. Basically any form of Absalonia. Absalonia, my beloved. My favorite warlock. She's fucking dead! Or at least as far as I'm aware, she's dead. If she's reappeared in Mark IV, but as like some horrible mecha dragon, she's functionally dead. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I remember. I liked Abby too. She just came out when like my area was dying, so I didn't get to play many games with her, unfortunately. Swap them to a rat. Oh, let's go. Yeah, racks are fun too. Racks I kind of want to pick up some, just assuming they're cheap, just for like Trench Crusade. I feel like there's a lot of Manos stuff I think you could repurpose for Trench Crusade, like reasonably easy. I mean, like even outside of the Warjacks, it's like different flavors of like New Antioch or Trench Pilgrims or even Sultanate. You got different options depending on like what country you want to base your guys out of. How you doing, Lord of Bones? How you doing? I'm working on the lad. Trying to like blend his skin a little bit. It's going pretty good. I'm doing like the real thin coats. This orange is very bright, though it does dry a lot duller. There we go. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did. That's exactly what I did for my fucking my shrine anchorite. I just clipped those off. I never got a Proteus. How you doing, Burrito? Welcome. The Proteus kit was just not available where I was at. I only have Typhon as far as like the character Legion Jacks. The Legion character War Beast. God damn. That I had an idea in my brain for what I wanted to say, and I said something weirdly off. Okay, 2 Cavalry Knights. Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah. Matthew's doing the similar route, but doing Khador, which is also a good fit. Like one of these colors, it's really bright, but it dries a lot less bright, so I don't need to be as probably like anxious about it. Time to paint lizard ass. Oh, you got it for that. Oh yeah, I never got his face and his neck on the side. Let me do that. Oh yeah, he did get a proper full kit. I don't know. I won't be painting any Legion next week. But maybe the week after, depending. Next week, well, I actually don't have a goal. So I was thinking about maybe painting Noise Marines again. Because I'm definitely painting a Goetic Warlock. Oh shit, I never got... Hold on. Let me get his neck real quick, and let me show you guys the Goetic Warlock, because I don't think I ever showed you the Warlock I'm going to be using. Really streaky and watery till I blend a lot of this back. That'll be fine. Okay. Okay, check out this motherfucker. Check out this big boy. He is a Goetic Warlock made kind of Knights of Avarice style by Tractor Miniatures. I feel like he's going to be a really good Sunday mini, though, because I'm going to probably airbrush him like that, like kind of purple-red, and then start doing a lot of dry brush and bullshit. But yeah, he's kind of exactly what I wanted out of a Knights of Avarice Goetic Warlock, so he's on the docket. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got the reindeer. I think by the time the game was dead, like people were just selling the cavalry guys for like pretty cheap. Dude. Yeah, let's get a little bit of yellow on the claws, just to make him stand out a little bit. I was also thinking about painting him maybe next Wednesday as well. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I mean Thursday. Goddamn. I gotta get. I could just keep this buddy for like my Sunday streams, and then maybe Goetic Warlock. I have a couple of mercenaries I like to do. Like I want to get this guy. I'm trying to build Papal States, so I need a shitload of mercs. Specifically, I have the communicant done. Actually, no, not mercs. I need my lieutenant, and then the Mamluk, and then I think I can basically. Oh, and then some yeomen. Okay, so I got a decent amount to go for that. The base idea is there. Spray my assassin. Ooh, let's go. Hell yeah. Yeah, cause you got that like board game for them, right? Excellent. The yellow of the spikes is definitely like really bringing back the original color scheme, which I'm kind of liking. It's not a scheme I would have ever chose. But I also find it way more fun to be true to what the original guy was going for. Like I want when I compare the before and after for this, it's like, oh yeah, if the guy at the time could paint at this level, he would absolutely have gone for this this scheme. I think we got an ad break coming up as a heads up. This is a Winsor Newton brush that has just begun just to like fucking fall apart. I mean, big sad. Oh yeah, I got some of my other brushes I could be. This brush, hold on. Just. A guy picked up some like Rosemary and Company brushes that I need to keep really good care of because these brushes are relatively new and relatively nice. There we go. All right, ads, come on. Also, how you doing, Zoe? Oh, fuck. Let me see if I can do the ad block first. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. If you do not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic-Elf. I'm interpreting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. How you doing, Loster? How you doing, Numia? Oh, fuck, we still got the ads. Ah, fuck. Okay, there we go. Hey, it's all good. It's all good if Zaya cannot communicate. I will say hello, everyone. Assuming I don't know if Raiders can see immediately. Us, how you doing, Ray? Welcome. I don't know how this falls with the ad break because Twitch is certainly a thing. And also, that's all good. Listen, all right, ads should be done now. Hello, Raiders. Welcome, everybody. How you doing, Ray? How you doing, Numina? How you doing, Laster? And how you doing, Zaya? What were you working? What were you doing? Or if someone wants to say what they're doing since they're not super comfortable with English. How's it going, everybody? If you do not know me, yapping time. Let's go. I be doing a bit of the yapping here myself. If you do not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic-Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. And today I am working on a Gorkamorka mini. So for people coming in, let me hide these fuckers. Hold on. They're fun, but I'll just put them in this corner. So this guy, right? How you doing, Zaya? How you doing? Welcome. So this mini was the original mini that I'm painting now. I have stripped the paint from it. It had some like old crusty enamels, and I am in the process of recreating the same scheme, but trying to do it a bit better, just a bit, just a hair, just a smidgen. And it's going pretty good. It's going pretty good. If anyone needs to like ollie out after the raid, it is all good. But how you doing, Howard? Yes, it's my diabolic scheme. How you doing? How you doing, nerd? Build up all these fucking yellows. We're listening to a anime voice actor. I still love this album. There's this album. If you're on the Twitch side, if you're hearing this album, it's a bunch of what at the time were voice actresses. They probably a lot of them are still in the business, but you know, but they're doing like famous punk songs, and it's the funniest shit. It's like people who don't have the best English trying to sing shit like fucking like "Pretty Fly for a White Guy" gives me infinite joy. It's so good, so good. How's the Minecraft treating you? Hell yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of in that thing that like having like maybe not Minecraft, but like a game with some sort of like base management sounds like it would be fun nowadays. Maybe you should actually finally look into Frostpunk, because I think actually, to be fair though, also a lot of that is because and Lester, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. XCOM has been activating my neurons for like base management stuff, and like that's not even that wild in there. You know, you're mostly tweaking levers to get better soldiers. But I do enjoy that aspect of it a lot. Been good. I'm excited for more XCOM next week. XCOM has been good. Been enjoying that game. This is another thing of like how it's like, oh yeah, I bet I would like this game, and then I play it. I'm like, oh yeah, all these people were right. I would in fact love this game, and I did love this game. I was a fool. But it's been good. But yeah, maybe not Minecraft, maybe like a Kenshi or Frostpunk or something like that. It gets similar things. I like Minecraft, but I need to play with other people. I can't, I have zero drive in my heart to do solo. If I was on somebody's server and they're not on and I decide to like dig, I'll do that. I can do that all day. But like knowing that it's just like, I can't, in the past I did like a private server with myself, and it's just like, it wasn't even a server, just locally on the PC, and it just did not activate my neurons nearly as much. I think it's just because like I just like having people see my shit, even if I'm just doing like really dumb nonsense. And like I both like, yeah, I like to play with people, but also I like to burrow into the earth and just stay out of sight so nobody notices me, just in my little corner. I think I got brain problems. But it's all good. I mean, yeah, I'm having fun my own way. Right now, I'm just trying to go and get all the spikes and whatnot. Yeah, oh yeah, no, I do. I'm a very dwarfy elf, for sure. Absolutely. I think personality-wise, I'm very elfy, but like in mannerisms, I'm very dwarfy. So it do be, yeah, just living that Skaven dream. As also I do like Skaven because they dig. Well, no, actually, digging has really nothing to do with my joy of Skaven, but I do like that they just kind of like burrow under your house. They're like, oh, I live here now. Also, I'm gonna kill you. Come here. They just like fucking grab you in your sleep. There you go. Just don't forget to close the door. Oh yeah, for sure. You don't have to. No, what's like? If you're cold, they're cold. Let the rats in. Yeah, I'm not much of a grudge bearer. I think that's the big thing. I'm not like I'm not surly enough. Like, not that every dwarf needs to be surly, but I feel I feel like I'm lacking that like final dwarf component. If that makes any sense. Hey, let's go. We're bringing Legion back. Yippee. I wonder if anyone's ever made like a OPR army for all the old War Machine stuff, like a fucking like Legion list or whatever. That sounds pretty great. Wait, did he? I know very little about Warhammer Fantasy. Did he actually just like die because he left the door open? Is that true certified Empire facts? That's fucking wild. Basically. Tragic. Yep. Closed the door and a rat killed him. I mean, that's such a bummer for him, considering that what happened to the fucking lizardmen? Skaven dropped the moon on them. What happened to him? He forgot to shut a door. Some people got way more dignified end times death. I wonder if that's like, is that like an author grudge thing, or just like that almost feels petty. Like it almost feels like someone didn't like a character. I know a lot of the end times was Skaven just fucking styling on everyone because they're the best. But like, you can have complete Skaven victory while still giving like others a cool way out. I feel like some of these little spikes I might want to hit up off. Really stare at them, but so far it doesn't turn out really good. So he was killed by Skitniks, at least a name character. Oh, okay, that's good then. Okay, that's good. He really did, yeah. Also, like some of the Nurgles, like it's kind of weird thinking that a lot of my favorite Nurgle kits aren't Age of Sigmar. They're like end times, because they got the whole book with all the Maggot Lords and the fucking Glotkin and Blight King's My Beloved. It's weird because like I think if you look at their line now, it doesn't look bad. Like, you would assume that models that are that old would be, like, look like shit, but they really don't. They were, like, really, really good sculpts. Like, I'm sure they could use some sort of wizardry now and maybe make something that has, like, I don't even know how you'd improve Blight Kings. Because I feel like if they decide to remake Blight Kings, they would just have Blight Kings, but with less bits. Yeah, Storm Fiends, too. Oh, yeah, Nagash was end times, yeah. Kind of crazy how much end time stuff is still kicking around in Age of Sigmar. Like, there's like some like legitimately banging sculpts from there. Look at him! Look at the lad. How you doing, today? How you doing? Oh, yo, let's go. I'm always, I do like squigs a lot, so fuck yeah, squig army. Steve always grabbing me in my sleep. Oh, that's sleep paralysis. You should go to the doctor. No, yeah, I've been working on this Gorkamorka mini that I've been restoring, and so far, it's turning out pretty good. Cannot complain. He is definitely has like a lot more to go. Like I've barely touched the writer. The writer is like, I could maybe get the writer's hands and face. It's just that I forgot how easy it is to like have metal paint scrape off of metal models, because I tend to grip a lot of my models like directly because I'm insane. Yeah, let me just get his little fingies. It's way too much. What? Too much water. Keep doing this to myself. I keep forgetting that I can just go to a paper towel and just do like a very thin pass, and that removes like 90% of my problems. And it's a thing that I know that I need to do, and I do it, but I just forget to sometimes. Keep Aces did shifts keeping these models intact. Hey, let's go. I'm glad that they're intact. The good shit. Got very thin fingers. Oh, okay. Oh, he does have a bare arm. Interesting. I'm gonna try to go for like a pallid yellow instead of like this like bright yellow that they use for the original. Yeah, sometimes you want the most problems. The Warhammer logistics codes. Oh yeah, no, yeah, squigs are great for that stuff. They're like one of those. They're kind of in that. I mean, they're a very orky unit, and they're like, oh, they're like goofy little guys. But also, yeah, if you are facing one, you're gonna die horribly. You are gonna get like Mangler Squig is an appropriate name. There we go. How you doing, Belner? How you doing? I haven't drank in a while. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I should get some water in me. Ah, there we go. How you doing, though? How you doing? Currently working on this guy. Going pretty good. A little bit of paleness on his face. Eventually, I'll probably give him like gray, like dark gray hair. I don't know. I feel like pale skin and gray hair is like keeps the original look, but also now I can see he's got glasses. He's got like fucking goggles on. The original model, you could not see them. The paint was so thick. Excellent. So, see. Nope. Inventory for today. Fuck yeah, let's go. Alright, though. Unfortunately, it do be late, so let me pause that, and let's go to the chatting screen. Wow. Thank you guys for coming. This is next week's schedule. On Tuesday, I will be running a Sword World one-shot with the usual asterisk of barring any, like catastrophe. It's going to have Minky, Dice Queen D, Sasha, Evening Primrose, and Pride. So that should be a fun group. On Wednesday, for movie night, the plan is to watch Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. It is a movie that I've seen before and remember nothing, but it fucked up Square Enix financially to the point where like it had to, it basically had to do a lot of restructuring. On Thursday, I will be painting. So, never again. No, you're gonna be there. You're gonna be there. You will be there. What's it called? On Thursday, I will be painting something. Maybe this guy? I don't know. Probably this guy. Probably the guy I'm painting now. Saturday will be more, wait, I'm very close to the camera tonight. Saturday will be more, XCOM. And then on Sunday, I will probably paint a Goetic Warlock then. So yeah. Fun schedule. So yeah. Everybody on the YouTube side, I'm going to cut you loose. Bye-bye, YouTube people. Bye-bye.